Welcome to Elder's Voice. Gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself puzzled by a woman's behavior or left wondering what she truly wants? If you're over 50, you might think it's too late to figure out the mysteries of the female mind, but let me tell you, it is not. In fact, this might be the perfect time in your life to unlock the secrets of female psychology and transform your relationships. Imagine being able to confidently connect with women on a deeper, more meaningful level. Whether it's your partner, a new love interest, or even a close friend, you don't need to guess or struggle anymore. The truth is, understanding women isn't as complicated as society makes it seem. But it does require awareness, effort, and a willingness to learn. In this video, I'm going to share powerful insights into what women really want, why they think and act the way they do, and how you can use this knowledge to build trust, foster respect, and create relationships that feel truly fulfilling. And here's the best part: you don't need to be rich, have six-pack abs, or be some smooth-talking charmer to make this work. What matters most is understanding the core principles of female psychology and how to approach relationships with wisdom, confidence, and emotional intelligence. So stick around until the end, because every minute of this video is packed with actionable advice that can change your life. Whether you're navigating the dating world or looking to rekindle the spark in your marriage, these insights are tailored to men just like you, men who are ready to embrace a new chapter of connection and growth. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on where you are in life. You have crossed the threshold of 50, a stage of life where priorities shift, where chasing fleeting moments gives way to seeking deeper, more meaningful connections. But here's the thing: building those connections, especially with women, requires a shift in understanding. It's no longer about trying to impress or charm. It's about truly knowing and appreciating the dynamics of female psychology. Why is this important? Because relationships at this stage of life are about quality, not quantity. Whether you're dating, married, or even just looking to strengthen your friendships with women, the ability to understand what they value, how they think, and why they behave in certain ways is the key to creating harmony and fulfillment. Now, let me be clear, this isn't about manipulation or trying to game the system. It's about gaining insights that can help you navigate relationships with empathy, wisdom, and confidence. And trust me, the rewards are worth it. When you understand female psychology, you unlock a deeper level of connection, trust, and mutual respect that can transform how you experience relationships. But before we dive into the details, let me ask you this: are you ready to become the kind of man who not only understands women, but also knows how to connect with them in a way that feels authentic and effortless? Now, take a moment to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you're not just supporting this channel, you're investing in yourself. You are saying yes to becoming more confident, more emotionally intelligent, and more capable of creating relationships that truly matter. And trust me, the journey doesn't end with this video. There's so much more to explore, and I promise you, will be worth every second. Let's start by exploring their emotional needs, a cornerstone of female psychology. For most women, emotional connection isn't just important, it is essential. It's how they feel safe, valued, and understood in a relationship. Women want to feel like they matter, that their thoughts and feelings are heard and appreciated. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they say, but it does mean showing genuine interest and care for their emotions. Next, let's talk about communication styles. Women and men often communicate differently, and these differences can lead to misunderstandings if not addressed. While men might focus on facts, solutions, or directness, women often prioritize emotional expression and connection during conversations. For example, when a woman shares a story, she may be looking for an emotional reaction, rather than just a factual response. Here's an important tip: practice active listening. Active listening means giving your full attention to what she's saying, without immediately jumping to conclusions or offering solutions. It involves maintaining eye contact, nodding, and responding with comments that show you're fully engaged, such as, "Tell me more," or "How did that make you feel?" Active listening also means being mindful of nonverbal cues. Women often pick up on body language and tone of voice, so ensure your responses align with genuine care and interest. Remember, communication isn't just about words. It's about how you make her feel during the interaction. Now, let's dive into what women value in men over 50. Many men worry that their age might be a disadvantage, but in reality, age can be one of your greatest assets. Women, especially those in their 40s, 50s, or beyond, often look for qualities that come with life experience. One of the most attractive traits for women is confidence, and no, this doesn't mean arrogance or bravado. True confidence is about being comfortable in your own skin. It's about knowing who you are, embracing wisdom, your strengths, and accepting your imperfections. A confident man doesn't need to boast. His presence speaks for itself. Another valued quality is wisdom. By the time you're over 50, you've likely gained a wealth of knowledge from life's ups and downs. Women appreciate a man who can share thoughtful insights, offer advice when needed, and approach challenges with a calm, measured perspective. Wisdom brings depth to conversations and a sense of stability to relationships. Speaking of stability, it's another key trait women admire. Stability doesn't necessarily mean financial wealth, although being responsible with money is appreciated. Stability is about emotional consistency, reliability, and the ability to provide a sense of security. It's about being someone she can count on during life's inevitable ups and downs. Finally, emotional maturity is incredibly important. Emotional maturity means being able to handle conflicts with grace, express feelings without defensiveness, and approach problems with a willingness to listen and compromise. It's about being open to growth and self-reflection. The truth is, women are drawn to men who make them feel valued and understood. This doesn't mean you have to have all the answers or agree with everything she says. It means showing up as a partner who listens, cares, and respects her unique perspective. Another tip is to show your own vulnerability. Women appreciate authenticity and honesty. Sharing your thoughts, fears, or aspirations isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows that you trust her enough to let her into your world, and that trust fosters a deeper connection. Remember, understanding female psychology isn't about overanalyzing every interaction or trying to predict her every move. It's about building a foundation of respect, empathy, and emotional intelligence. It's about being the kind of man who values relationships, not as a game to be won, but as a meaningful bond to be nurtured. By prioritizing emotional connection, practicing active listening, and embracing qualities like confidence, wisdom, stability, and emotional maturity, you'll find that relationships become less of a challenge and more of a joy. These insights aren't just for romantic relationships. They can improve your interactions with all the women in your life, from family members to colleagues and friends. The journey to understanding female psychology is one of growth and self-discovery. It's about becoming a better version of yourself and using that growth to enhance the relationships around you. As we move forward in this video, we'll dive deeper into common misconceptions, practical tips, and real-life examples to help you put these ideas into action. But for now, take a moment to reflect on how these principles can shape your relationships and your life. Let's take a moment to address some of the most common misconceptions about women, beliefs that have been passed around for generations and, unfortunately, often stop men from building meaningful connections. These myths can create unnecessary barriers, foster misunderstandings, and lead to frustration in relationships. But the good news is, Once you recognize these misconceptions for what they are, you can approach relationships with greater clarity and confidence. The first myth we need to tackle is the idea that women are impossible to understand. Let's be honest, this phrase has been thrown around countless times, often as an excuse when things don't go as planned in relationships. But is it true? Are women really a mystery? Or is it that we've been looking at the situation the wrong way? The truth is, women aren't impossible to understand. They're simply different. While men and women often prioritize different things in communication and relationships, these differences are not insurmountable. It's about recognizing patterns and learning how to bridge the gap. Women tend to value emotional connection and expression more openly than men do. When you take the time to listen, empathize, and respond with sincerity, you'll find that understanding women becomes much easier. The next myth is the belief that women only care about looks or money. This misconception is not only inaccurate but also damaging. It reduces relationships to superficial transactions, which doesn't reflect the reality of meaningful connections. Yes, physical attraction and financial stability can play a role in relationships, but they are far from the whole story. Numerous studies and real-life experiences show that women value traits like kindness, confidence, emotional stability, and a sense of humor far more than a man's bank account or how he looks in a suit. Now, let's debunk a third myth that often holds older men back: the belief that older men are at a disadvantage. Many men believe that as they age, they lose their appeal to women, especially if they're dating. But this couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, many women appreciate the qualities that come with age, qualities like emotional maturity, life experience, and a more grounded perspective on relationships. Older men often have a better sense of who they are, what they want, and how to approach relationships in a healthy and intentional way. If you're still not convinced, think about this: women who are in their 40s, 50s, or beyond often face their own challenges when it comes to feeling valued or appreciated in relationships. When they meet a man who understands their needs, treats them with respect, and brings emotional depth to the table, it's like a breath of fresh air. Your age isn't a disadvantage. It's an asset when approached with the right mindset. So, what can we take away from this? These misconceptions, whether it's thinking women are impossible to understand, that they only care about looks or money, or that older men are at a disadvantage, are just myths. They're not based on reality, and they only serve to hold you back from building the relationships you deserve. Instead of buying into these myths, focus on what really matters: understanding, communication, and authenticity. Women want men who are genuine, who take the time to connect on an emotional level, and who bring their unique strengths to the table. By letting go of these false beliefs, you open the door to deeper, more fulfilling relationships. You'll realize that age, appearance, or wealth are not the defining factors of your worth. What truly matters is the way you show up in your relationships, with empathy, confidence, and a willingness to understand the women in your life. This brings us to the next key quality: emotional maturity and self-awareness. Emotional maturity is one of the most attractive traits a man can have, regardless of age. But it's something that often becomes more refined with time. An emotionally mature man understands his feelings and isn't afraid to express them in a healthy way. He knows how to navigate conflict without resorting to anger or defensiveness. He's capable of listening, empathizing, and finding solutions that benefit both partners. Self-awareness is another critical aspect of emotional maturity. Women are drawn to men who know their strengths and weaknesses, who have taken the time to reflect on their past experiences and grow from them. A self-aware man doesn't pretend to be perfect. Instead, he owns his flaws and works on becoming a better version of himself. This authenticity is incredibly attractive because it shows that he is real, grounded, and open to growth. Another quality women admire in older men is a sense of humor and a relaxed approach to life. Life can be stressful, and everyone appreciates a partner who can bring lightness and laughter to everyday moments. A good sense of humor isn't just about being funny. It's about having the ability to find joy, even in challenging situations. This relaxed approach to life often comes naturally to older men. You've seen enough of the world to know that not every problem is a catastrophe and that some things are better handled with patience and perspective. Younger men might sweat the small stuff, but you've learned to pick your battles and focus on what truly matters. For women, this easygoing nature is incredibly appealing. It creates a sense of comfort and safety, knowing that you're not going to overreact, react impulsively, or let stress dominate your relationship. Instead, you bring a sense of calm, balance, and positivity that enhances her life. Now, let's talk about one more trait that makes older men so desirable: confidence rooted in authenticity. This isn't the flashy, attention-seeking kind of confidence. It's a quiet, understated self-assurance that comes from truly knowing yourself. When a man is authentic, he doesn't feel the need to put on a show or pretend to be someone he's not. He's comfortable in his own skin, and that comfort radiates outward. Women notice and appreciate this kind of genuine confidence because it feels real and trustworthy. Authenticity also means being honest and transparent in your intentions. If you're interested in a woman, let her know. If you value certain qualities in a relationship, don't hesitate to express them. Women respect a man who is upfront about what he wants and who he is, rather than playing games or hiding behind a facade. So, if you've ever doubted your appeal as an older man, let this serve as a reminder: your age is not a limitation. It's an asset. The experiences you've gained, the lessons you've learned, and the qualities you've developed over time are what set you apart and make you uniquely desirable. As we continue, we'll dive deeper into how you can leverage these traits to enhance your relationships and attract the right kind of connections. But for now, remember this: being an older man isn't just about what you've done, it's about who you've become. And that's something truly special. Empathy doesn't mean you have to fix her problems. Sometimes, simply acknowledging her feelings is enough to make her feel supported and understood. This approach strengthens trust and deepens your emotional connection. By using these strategies, active listening, emotional intelligence, confidence, and vulnerability, you create a conversation that feels meaningful and fulfilling. You demonstrate that you're not just interested in what she says, but also in who she is. Remember, building better connections isn't about perfection. It's about showing up as your authentic self, being present, and genuinely caring about the other person. When you embrace these tools, you'll find that your relationships become richer, more rewarding, and more deeply connected. In summary, the challenges men over 50 face are real, but entirely navigable. By addressing past relationship baggage, you free yourself from emotional weight that can hold you back. By embracing your age and focusing on your unique strengths, you exude confidence and authenticity. And by navigating changing dynamics with your children through open communication and patience, you set the stage for harmony and mutual understanding. Remember, it's never too late to overcome these challenges and build a fulfilling, joyful life. The key is to approach each obstacle with self-awareness, compassion, and a willingness to grow. Life after 50 can be incredibly rewarding when you embrace it with an open heart and mind. So, if you're over 50 and you've been doubting yourself or wondering if it's too late to make meaningful connections, let me tell you this: it's never too late. This is your time to thrive. You have the wisdom and experience to build stronger relationships than ever before. All it takes is the willingness to understand, communicate, and embrace the power of who you are. If you've made it this far, I want to take a moment to thank you for your time and attention. This content was created specifically with men like you in mind, those looking to deepen their relationships, gain a better understanding of female psychology, and ultimately build more fulfilling connections. If this video resonated with you, I'd love for you to take a few seconds to engage with it. If you found it helpful, please take a moment to like the video, as it helps the channel grow. I also encourage you to leave a comment below and share your thoughts or personal experiences. I want this to be a conversation, not just a one-way street. Whether you agree with something I said, have a different perspective, or even a story of your own that connects to what we discussed, I'd love to hear from you. This is a space where we can learn from each other, and your input could inspire others who are facing similar challenges. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. By subscribing, you'll stay updated when we release new videos.